Welcome to the September 2025 bullet journal spread. I started off my bullet journal spread for this month with my pencil, just in case I made any mistakes with the spacing. I'm really happy how it came out, with Monday through Friday being on the left-hand side and then the weekends on the right-hand side. I feel like this setup gives me a better opportunity to see what weeks I'm on, and then separates the work week versus the weekend and helps me keep a little bit more organized. So I'll let you know next month how this went. On the bottom, I put my monthly to-dos and I outlined it with a ribbon. And on the top, I started to incorporate some of the fall colors that I'll be using. And next to the weekend, I put my habits tracker. I really like how this one came out because it's based on a daily basis instead of a weekly basis. So I think it's definitely going to be a little bit easier and more functional to be able to use and make sure I'm really crushing each of the habits that I want to incorporate into my life. I use my Micron pens to really give the depth and the perception for the letterings. I really like these Micron Pigma pens because they help me create all these different types of fonts and make it really come to life. I also use the King Art dual brush pens. I like that on one side it's a watercolory feel on the brush, and on the other side is the fine point, so it gives me a little bit more freedom as to the creations I create. On the left hand side, I put Leap of Faith, so I'd always be reminded to go forth into any of the projects that I have lined up for myself. And then came the ribbon magic. I put in the ribbons all over the place so as to serve as an analogy for my life. Just like when you receive a gift and it is wrapped with a ribbon, I wanted this ribbon to emulate that same thing, and that way it'd be like it's keeping my life together, just like this bullet journal does. On the following pages, I put my weekly spreads. I created the ribbons, and later I'll add some more so I can keep up with my theme. I used Monday through Sunday so I can have a good overview of each week. And on the bottom, I also included my weekly to-dos, so I'd make sure that I also had goals for myself for each week. I continued using the ribbon banner, and I felt like it gave it a nice pop, so that way it would really outline and continue to go on theme with the ribbons. Then I numbered them and used my dual brush pens to color in the banners. And I continued to do that with the following pages until I got to the end of the month. I added a dotted line to separate each day of the week. And then on the space that I stopped there, I incorporated the ribbons so I could continue with the ribbon theme. And just like that, I created the following weeks. I feel like this month is definitely one where I feel focused and ready to go after my goals. So I'm excited to also be able to share that with everybody and share how I'm doing it. And I really think I owe it to my bullet journal to really keep my ideas all in order and in front of me. And it's really a great way to document my life as well. I continued on with the ribbons, and this time I played with a few different colors. And on the following side, I decided that I would start my doodle page. I actually took advantage and used the little brown spot that you saw there and put my brown dual brush pen over it. It was actually a flower that I had flattened using my bullet journal when I was in Thailand, but it left a little bit of a mark. So I took the opportunity and used my doodle page there. I finalized the month, and on the following side, I put free journal. And I also wanted to make sure that it lined up nicely with that little stain. And here's where I'm going to be able to journal my heart away and be able to make some cool decisions with me, myself, and I. And then finally, I just use my Pigma Micron pens to outline all the ribbons. I really liked how this bullet journal turned out, and I can't wait to make my next one. Bye!